Microsoft suggests a move to 450 is coming soon, and we're here to break it down for investors. Let's get started. We're here to talk Microsoft stock today. Q4 results didn't spark a rally or a massive correction in the stock price, but Thomas, tell us about the results and the future outlook here.
I think the results were strong and the outlook is strong. All segments were up double digits. The only area that I would be concerned about was in more personal computing because a lot of that gain was due to the addition of Activision Blizzard. The gaming industry is a little bit wanky right now, but other than that, everything else was real solid.
Okay, so AI.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lacey. I think investors were looking for two things. I think they were looking for, um, AI, and I don't know if Microsoft really said a lot because I don't think they really have the numbers yet to talk about what Copilot's doing for them. And then I think the other one was Azure, and as far as I know, they pretty much are crushing it with Azure. So,
Right.
but I don't know if they crushed it enough to really give the stock the bump that it needed.
Well, right. Azure was up 30%, and they are embedding Copilot across
Yeah.
the stack. And I think Lacey wanted to talk about that too, but that's one of the drivers for the business is getting that AI into the stack and the shift that's happening right now with AI for the business.
Yeah, that was actually what I was going to lead into. I was going to say, so I feel like AI might be driving Microsoft to new heights here eventually. But yeah, is there anything new with the technology stack that investors should be looking ahead to? Can you touch more on that?
Right. So what CEO Satya Nadella said was that they're in the shift from building AI in the cloud to applying it. And in terms of the AI market, the applications and the services are going to be far larger than the build out, grow faster. So that's the real opportunity. If we think that Microsoft has had a big boost already, we should expect a bigger boost to come over the next few years.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's touch on the margin news here. Gross and operating margins are above the consensus figures. Hit us with those numbers, Thomas.
Well, right. I don't have the gross margin number in front of me, but I know that the net and operating incomes were both up 33%, double the top line growth. Margins are being expanded. That's being aided by revenue strength, but also by internal efficiencies driven by its own AI. So that's really a dual tailwind, I think, for the business.
Okay, and what about guidance? It looks like it's pointing towards higher share prices.
Well, the guidance was good. They're looking for growth, looking for margin expansion, and like I said, Nadella says they're in this shift from like the building phase to the using phase, and it's the use that's really going to drive the gains long term.
Well, analyst activity for Microsoft has been pretty robust. The analysts are giving Microsoft a big thumbs up. What are the key insights that investors can take away from this activity?
Well, first off, the first thing that I noticed this morning is that we've seen 6 boosted targets since the report was released. Now, what's significant is that these 6 targets include the new highest target, and all 6 are in the high end of the range. Now, let me pull up my chart and you can see what got me excited with this. Right. So, technically speaking, Microsoft had a $110 rally last year, hit a top, corrected, created a flag pattern, broke out in a continuation signal. This continuation signal to me means that the next rally could move up by this magnitude, $110 at 45%. That gives a range of 450 to 490, which is right in alignment with all of these new analyst price targets. This is where I think Microsoft is going.
So the critical resistance level right now is near 410, and it's breaking through that. It sounds like it could pave the way for a rally. What is the risk here, though?
I honestly don't see a lot of risks right now. It's kind of in a wait and see mode to see if these results really unfold the way they are. I don't know what you think, Chris. Right now, I think the risk is not being invested in Microsoft.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the thing with Microsoft is because of their close relationship with OpenAI, they've already got a lot of the infrastructure done with AI. So it's not like interest rates are really a big concern for them, as it might be with some smaller cap companies. And right now, I think if I'm gonna throw any cold water on it, Lacey, and this is really just a reach, it would be if they come out in subsequent quarters and say that maybe revenue they're getting or they're seeing from Copilot isn't what they expected. But I think that's a very, very minor risk. I think investors should be looking at any pullback they're getting right now as a gift and an opportunity to get in on Microsoft, even at this price. Because again, there's a difference between the stock price and the value. I think Microsoft's offering a really good value right now.
All right, well, thank you everyone for analyzing Microsoft's latest investment news with us today. It's our goal to keep you up to date on the most important stock market news. So don't forget to follow along with us here on this channel and all of our other Market Beat resources. We'll be right back here with more very soon. Thanks, guys.